What is up, everybody? How's it going? I think I'm gonna do this like every week now because why not? I enjoy it. I like watching it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's called Supercross, and it happens every Saturday night at varying times across the country, east, west, 450, 250. It's all great. But if you watched last night, or when was say Sunday, so yes, last night, the absolute crash fest that was Minneapolis. You had Muscan going down 3 times in one lap in a heat race. I think it was. You had Davlos being taken out in the main from Alex Martin. You had Sexton going down twice in throughout the night. If you watched the 250 LCQ, people were just going all over the place, taking each other out. Somebody went over the berm. But just hilarious, like craziness. Of course, if you don't know, uh, Faulkner won by miles. I don't even remember. It was just like at some point it was like 12-second lead, which is just hilarious. Then you had Cooper Webb winning his third, I want to say third race. But the whole night was crazy. If you watched it, you had Jordan Smith on the starting block with a flat tire, and like I'm amazed at how fast the mechanics can not fix, replace, change a rear tire on the starting blocks with people around him and get it like correct so where he can go out and I think he got I want to say second. Yeah, I want to say second and not have it like be loose or not feel right or have to come into the pits again. I mean, they changed that thing in like 2 minutes. Just bam, F1 stops. But yeah, you had Faulkner just flying all night long. I mean, when you have a 12-second lead and everyone else is like within a second or two of each other, it's pretty hilarious. And then the 450 race, you have Cooper Webb. I mean, he was challenged pretty much all night, if you remember. Um, he did pretty good all night. I mean, won his heat race, I think, if I remember correctly, and then Ken Roxon actually was right up there too. Tomac was up there. Muscan just being Muscan and is not a good replacement for the number one ride on KTM, where like you go from Dungey winning three straight titles with him to Muscan just being a top fiver. I mean, Cooper Webb, who's like I think third year maybe, he's already won more races than Muscan has, which is hilarious to me. I mean, like I like Webb, so that's just whatever. But yeah, it was just a like hilarious thing to watch. You had and all the people crashing. You had Jordan Smith going down in the race too, but that was like rider fault going into the berm and losing front end grip. But Sexton losing his front visor twice, which I guess they're on like magnetic strips now or magnetic clips, so they don't. If you hit something, they don't like snap your head backwards. It was crazy. I mean, that's the kind of racing I like to see though, especially like in Supercross. Not so much the crashing, that's not whatever, but like just hard. You know, they were going all out all night long. There was no mud. Like if you watched my last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. There was no mud to slow everyone down. The triples were actually triples. People were, jumping and cross jumping. Uh, Jordan Smith ran into one of his teammates, or his teammate ran into him. It was, I think, good. I find that racing good because it was like, other than Faulkner being hilariously out in front, everyone else was super close and it was like an actual tight race. The 450s were, I guess, were actually a lot closer than the other ones were than the 250s because they were within 4 or 5 seconds of each other, I want to say. Yeah, I want to say something like that. I mean, like, the top 5 all was in one, or top 10, let's say 10, was all pretty damn close to each other. You had the top 4 running within a second for a while. It was just a really good race. I very much enjoyed the Minneapolis race, which is hilarious to me because all night long they were talking about how cold it was, and where I live, it's exactly that cold. So I knew exactly what they were talking about when you hit -20 and it sucks. So this is my only form of motorcycle entertainment right now. I can't be on my bike, so I'm going to watch other people ride once a week. But whatever. That's what it is. Um, I don't know. I just think I'm gonna do this on a weekly basis now. Tell you what I think about the race. If you didn't watch it, I'm gonna tell you who won. So spoilers. Um, it's a little late for saying that since I'm 5 minutes into this little spiel, but spoilers nonetheless. Uh, I think it's gonna be a really good season. You've got one Webb, Roxon, Muscan, Tomac, 4 or 5 like legitimate chances, like legitimate leaders or race winners, point standing winners. Um, Barsha won a race this year, but he's kind of doing what Barsha does and top tens, whatever. That's fine. Savachi won, or not won, but led half the race. I want to say, like he did pretty good today. I think this is going to be a really good season. Roxon is, I think, the points winner now. Points leader, not winner. Points winner. I'm saying it again. Points leader. Without having won a race, you have like Webb's won, Tomac's won, I believe. Brayton, no, Barsha's won. I don't remember, but it's a good. It's not just one person winning all of them. Which it's fine as long as they're good. But I find this to be a lot more appealing because it's actual challenge. 4 or 5 people have the chance to win on any night, depending on who gets the whole shot and who has the better laps. Oh, and I forgot. Blake Baggett crashed out. Completely forgot about that one. And he actually crashed out and went to the side of the track and didn't continue. So he actually, I think, hurt himself, or at least knocked the wind out, and he couldn't continue. So there was an actual crash, like a big one. But it was crazy. I mean, the 250 crash LCQ was just hilarious to watch. People are flying all over the place. I mean, you have to go pretty hard to go over a berm through the tough blocks, just fly. I mean, ugh. I'm watching it right now though, and the Blake Baggett crash was straight up endo. Oh, and what's his face? The 250 guy Wharton, he crashed and the bike landed on top of him. The back wheel went right up his back. Like, ugh, it was a hard night, man. That was some hard racing. But I don't know. I think I am. I'm gonna do this. It's nice to me. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy watching the highlights again, and now you can enjoy it with me. Or hate it. I don't really give a shit which. I mean, if you're watching it to this point, you're obviously either just one of those people who hates everything but watches them and follows along, or just you love me, and that'd just be the best thing ever if you loved me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do the video for this, so yeah. That's it. I think that's it. Cooper Webb won. Forkner won. A lot of crashes. Yeah. Good. I'll see y'all later. Peace.